Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a very special episode of Rod of Seven Parts. I am your Dungeon Master, Jordan, with a silent PH in the middle, and we're going to go around and say hello to our wonderful players. We're going to start with the beautiful and energetic Brenna. What's going on?
Hello.
That's not funny. I don't know why I'm laughing.
It's just mean. Hi, I'm Brenna. I hate Black Friday. I'm playing Rakiri, the Aarakocra Celestial Warlock.
So exciting, so exciting. She is in possession of 6 of the 7 rod fragments. LB Hackemup.
Hi, I'm LB Hackemup. I'm playing the beautiful, the lovely Siren, the Tiefling Rogue.
Oh, thought you were talking about yourself, but yes, your character also. Okay. Lex.
Hello, I'm Lex. I'm playing the quite bodacious illusionist wizard named Shifter.
Okay. We need to have like a surfing contest or something.
Ooh.
Oh, can we do a final? We'll do a final episode sometime whenever we're done. And it'll be the swimsuit episode.
Yeah, it's got to do the beach episode.
And like I said, my name is Jordan, silent page in the middle, and I am your Dungeon Master. We're very excited to get going, and we're going to do our final player, who's also hosting our wonderful game, Mr. Ted from Nerd Immersion, not Nerdarchy.
I was going to say, not Nerdarchy this time. Not to be confused, because there is a Ted from Nerdarchy, so that could be very confusing.
So many Theodores, it's crazy.
Yeah, a lot of us Theodores coming around. Anyway, hi, my name is Ted, and I guess I'll be playing the scrumptious, we'll make it thematic, Blade Singer Wizard Lagwin.
Super exciting. So we're gonna jump right into where we left off. I am looking at my notes, I'm scrolling up. Last week, on a very special Rod of Seven Parts, our heroes accidentally, quote unquote, split up. Lagwin and Rakiri found themselves inside Mr. Makar's scrumptious bazaar, or possibly his vault containing a large amount of gold. My phone is blowing up. We're going to put you on silent. Which had large amounts of gold and plenty of magical items, both fantastic and cursed. Rakiri casted True Sight on Lagwin, and he could see that they were encapsulated in a wall of force. But he also saw that the Rod of Law had an ethereal connection to a small replica of the orrery that is found in Baldur's Gate. Back at the Howler's Crag, Shifter suddenly got his memories back, so Siren and him had a conversation with Demon Gregor, who works for the Queen of Chaos, about his intentions. Lagwin and Rakiri activated the orrery, and they traveled to the outside of the Cocoon of Law that encapsulates Miska the Wolf Spider. Shifter and Siren used the magic of the Howler's Crag to teleport to the location of the other two, and now all of them are together, and using the power of the rod, they were able to pass through the cocoon. The other side, they were met with some minor winds from Pandemonium, but not the same amount. And a starry sky with a moon in orbit. There was almost like a hole in the sky, in the ceiling, and you guys are still underground. I guess I wanted to point that out. And in front of you is a large citadel atop of a small mountain. And this is known as the Citadel of Chaos, or Miska's prison. You guys are here having a great time. I think some of you are hurt. You don't see anything else around you. But you do see the Cocoon of Law behind you is there. It is semi-transparent, and you can kind of see through it a little bit. Not that there's a lot of light on the other side, but the light that you are emitting will go through, and you can be like, oh yeah, that's where we were. And yeah, here you are inside Miska's prison.
What else did we do at the end of last week's episode, Jordan?
Oh, well, you found a Demonomicon. I forgot about that part. I don't know why I didn't write that down. So before Lagwin and Rakiri teleported out of the vault, they decided to snag a couple of magic items. Rikiri sadly lost her bracers as the entire treasure hoard activated and stripped her of her bracers, but they grabbed 2 books. And was that it? Just the 2? Or did you get 3 items?
No, it's just the books.
Just the 2. So you guys grabbed 2 books. One of them was, help me out. The
Book of Exalted Deeds.
Book? Yeah.
Yes.
What book is that?
The Book of Exalted Deeds.
Book of Exalted Deeds, which is a very holy, awesome artifact that Rikiri was like, I'll take this. That sounds cool. And then you guys got the Demonomicon of Igwilv, which had a whole bunch of information on demons and the abyss and all kinds of crazy stuff. And Siren decided to attune to that, hoping that it would help them. When you attune to this object, though, you get some detrimental effects and some awesome effects. What detrimental effects did you get? Do you remember?
I do.
We rolled this off screen, which is sad because it was so funny.
I know that I got as one of the things that I got was a spell, which was 10.
Oh, are you asking me?
Yeah, I forgot what spell I got.
All right, I have it here. So
okay.
Siren has she gets a 3rd level spell.
Yes.
After you cast a spell, you roll a d6 on a 1 to 5. You can't cast it again until the next dawn, and that is Bestow Curse.
Right.
While attuned to this artifact, you have proficiency in Intimidation.
Right.
While attuned to this artifact, you have disadvantage on saving throws against poison, which is actually counteracted by her advantage on saving throws from poison by a ring. And the best one, while attuned to this artifact, she has lost the ability to speak.
That's the one I remembered because I was like, oh boy.
And we also, something that Lagwin hasn't brought up, but I remembered after the show, I'm still under the effects of True Sight. So Lagwin knows what Shifter looks like.
And Shifter doesn't know that Lagwin knows.
No, and Lagwin loves this because... so I don't want to... I'm not going to break the mystery for the internet, even though I know now.
He is a lycanthrope. I knew it.
Yeah, all along, he was a werewolf. Everybody on the internet was right from the first. Everybody got a charge. Thank you, Chandler with a Z. So that's $20 donation right there. So thank you for that.
Yeah.
I think we are going to need those charges, I'm pretty sure. Siren specifically. What? Did I say that out loud? No, I think it's fine. But yeah,
it's fine.
So yeah, I guess Lagwin's just gonna be like not staring at Shifter, I guess, but just like I don't know, maybe paying slightly more attention than normal because it's just like kind of like the double take, like
Oh, woo!
yeah, right.
Damn, he's just a really hot chick under there. We didn't know.
I mean, yeah. And I guess I think we were gonna take a long rest almost immediately because Rikiri and I got messed up pretty hard, right?
What are we doing? We're taking a long rest?
And that was what we were gonna attune to it too, right? Everybody was attuning.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So I'm gonna put myself down for a long rest then. Yeah.
Yep.
Liam's tiny hut.
Liam in tiny hut? Are you guys? Just
definitely Liam's tiny hut in the spooky pandemonium chaos temple.
You say the winds are still going here?
Yes, but they're not as strong. And you didn't see the winds like breaking into this place, so it's kind of. I mean, you might consider it odd. So.
I want to check my special Kirinora mood ring.
Oh, what does that do again?
Emojis.
It displays an emoji that shows how Kirinora is feeling about me.
Okay.
I love.
That is the best magic item I think I've ever heard.
Oh my god.
So it's so good because from the DM standpoint, you're just like, I'm gonna look at all these options, and then you just find the best one. It's so good. Mood ring. What?
So I'm gonna put myself down for a long rest, Jordan. That reasonable or no?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay.
It is uninterrupted.
Great.
So you guys can get a long rest if you wish.
Oh, thank you very much for
I
that.
think I already did it at the end of last session.
Okay.
And yeah, while we're sitting there, I'll be like, well, oh boy, Hank McCaw's was quite the, well, I guess one could call it scrumptious. There was quite a few unique magic items there, and probably the most interesting thing that happened to me while I was there was, for the first time, Rikiri cast a spell, and it truly opened my eyes to my surroundings, and I was able to see everything as it really was. All things demystified. Connections on the ethereal plane, the likes of which I've never seen before.
Mm.
Sounds lovely, darling.
Yes. And I've got it for about another 15 minutes or so. There's so colors you can't even understand. It's just everywhere. The things. So many things.
Do you have some mushrooms?
I don't, but I imagine it's got to be relatively similar. All sorts of things demystified.
I'll
Shifter's
have to remember to do that again.
Yes, very much so.
Shifter's head just goes, and then they cast minor illusion and create another one of themselves. And they say, Lagwin, which one of us is real?
And I
At
will
the same time.
I will point at Shifter.
And
Real
then
Shifter.
Shifter just stands up and turns around. And the illusionary version of them does not turn around and just wags their finger at you and says, "That's a cruel trick, Lagwin. I expected better of you." And then the real Shifter just starts walking off to walk behind like some rubble while the illusion keeps cold at you.
Well, I really didn't know what to expect, but that, I don't know, that was kind of fun. I enjoyed
Sorry. What's happened?
The disembodied
Who's-
head of
who-
myself, Jordan, appears and goes, "Oh!"
that. I was
and
gonna
then
say,
disappears. It's really
I was gonna say, who said that?
Said what?
Anything from you, because you can't speak right
Oh,
now.
yeah, you can't.
Oh, no, I thought this was before we attuned. I assumed.
Oh, I thought we were in the process of. I guess you're right. It probably is before we attune, and I'll be like, I can see through all manner of illusion for the next however many minutes.
And illusionary Shifter just turns to you and says, "Someone has peeked beneath my hood. I feel extremely violated."
Lagwin, that is very rude.
I can't turn it off.
Well, I guess the only choice you have is to get naked to even the playing fields.
That is an option, yes, but
But
I mean-
what?
but nothing.
Go on. I'll close my eyes.
But then what's
No.
the point?
Yes, that's.
It's for Shifter.
For the record, I would really like to see that.
You have done something that is beyond, like something I've never even done. It's so rude, especially
I see.
for
So
their
you're
people.
jealous, then? Is that what it comes down to?
If I wanted to see their face, I could have when they were knocked out. But I chose not to because it is against their culture and you have just exploited it.
I mean, if you really want to say anything, Rikiri's the one who casted the spell, so it's more her than me.
All right, both of you get naked.
Is this? Are you worried that we're going to die? Is this what this is all about? You're worried we're going to die once we enter this cave, and you're trying to get this sort of last hurrah thing going on here. Is that what this is all about?
I have a boyfriend, Lagwin. I am not interested in you. Or
I mean-
Rikiri, sorry, you're not my type.
It's just you seem the type that would suggest something like that, though.
What is that supposed to mean, Lagwin?
I'm just saying.
Just because I made someone fall in love with me with the potion does not mean I would exploit that.
I mean, then you
Not
lied
sleep
to
with them or
apparently.
kiss them.
I mean, who am I to say at this point? I just feel like I often sit back and don't say anything in any conversations and just get, the other side of all the conversations. So I thought maybe I'd try engaging and, well,
It
I
has
don't
Anyway.
failed,
like how
so.
all this power has gone to Lagwin's head. He's
It's-
become so sassy.
that's true. I am the chosen
Just because
one.
someone calls you the chosen one once, you become this insufferable creature.
That is true. I am the chosen one.
All right, I'm finished. So now I.
I'm sorry, we speaking?
Oh no.
Oh, this is fun.
My mood has improved already.
And does anyone read lips? Well, I'll be like, hang on, and I'll start
Can
casting.
you? Does True Sight do that? What can't it do?
I mean, it does everything. It solves all of the world's problems.
Do we still have the mental thing up?
I would imagine if it took an hour or two attune, it would be down. So I'll have to cast it again. So I guess I'll start doing that.
Lagwin's just like, guess I'll have to cast it again eventually.
Yeah. Yeah.
I forget, does Shifter know sign language?
That's a good question.
I know we've used hand signals before, but actually one of the languages I took was sign language.
I did not take that as a language, though that is an interesting idea. I'm gonna assume no, because I didn't think of it prior to this.
Cool.
I can cast comprehend languages. Spoken language.
When
I would say that sign language would be a spoken language. Like I would
Yeah,
think that
makes
it would
sense.
allow you to.
Yeah,
do it,
cool.
Yeah.
So worst comes to worst, I can do that.
Message won't work because that's technically whispering stuff to the other person.
So yeah, I guess I'll start casting Rary's telepathic bond again.
Once enough time has gone by, the real Shifter will come back out from behind the rock they were fuming behind, and they just like look at Siren, and they go to do like the sort of like doctor checkup, medical examination, where they're like, "Oh, say yes, okay, No, the vocal cords are still there, so it's definitely not a physical transformation.
I detect magic on her.
I mean,
On her vocal cord.
I don't think you would see like a curse or something like that. Like it's a magical
Right.
thing, but I don't know. That's weird. That's a noggin scratcher. I will say that no, you see that she is now connected to this book that is by her side. So
Oh dear, I think it's the book. As soon as she attuned to it, she can no longer speak.
But it gives new meaning to reading silently, doesn't it?
Sure.
That's, I didn't know it could do things like that. I mean,
Siren, do you think it's the book? You nod for yes.
this is the premium content you guys came here for. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, that's a
no.
good. That's a good point. We should stick to yes and no questions when not telepathically communicating. And goodness, can she still cast spells from the book? That might be important.
I feel like maybe she might need. I don't know. I don't know what spells the book can cast. I don't know if it's things you would just want to just throw out and see.
Oh yes, testing would be
Potentially.
troublesome.
I mean, if it has something minor, perhaps just an acid splash or something.
Throw something out there.
Yeah, just don't want
Maybe
to.
maybe not demon summoning. I mean, it is
Yes.
nice. Now we're inside this cocoon, and we know from the tendrils we saw outside, it seems to be a barrier against demons. So hey, we don't have to worry about them following us in here. Just the one that's
Just the
somewhere
one
over
that's
there.
in here.
Yes, just that one, but no others, which is fantastic. Really, really great. Oh, I don't have to cast that aura spell on the staff anymore.
6 times even.
So many times.
That is so many. Anyway, well, I guess
Lagwin, can you?
yes. It'll take me 11
Siren.
minutes.
Okay. Well, in the meantime, we can talk about what this means. So Kieran's showing me a key. What are we feeling?
I love this. This ring is
But
great.
the key to their heart.
Is
Would
that
be an
sweet?
obvious interpretation?
Or key to their ascension, perhaps? Or
Also
re-ascension?
that.
Maybe
I
there's...
so wish that Siren could talk, because I'm sure she would be able to offer valuable insight into whatever Kieran's motivations are.
I'm sure.
Shifter is going to try poking Siren with something sharp when she is not looking to see if when she yells it makes noise.
I love this.
It's like, oh, just checking. No, I apologize.
That would be quite the ruse. If it was all a trick, and she was just messing with us.
I wasn't. Maybe the magic
That-
only
that's a
applied.
knife. Okay.
Okay.
I think we've determined all that we need to know.
I'll just take a few steps back here. But no, I just wanted to make sure it wasn't one of those things where it stopped language, but it didn't stop sound. You know,
Hmm.
sometimes fey curses can function in that way. It's very interesting.
I understand. Well,
Maybe there's a lock and you are the person who can open the lock. Maybe you're the key to opening the cocoon or whatever with the
There
rod.
we go. Yes, the rod. You have the key.
the
You are
rod
the
would be
key.
the key.
Let's. That's true. Actually, if the tables were turned, I would be the one who'd need to speak to kill you. So really,
Yes, we'd be in
you're
serious
not
trouble.
wrong. Yes, it's you. Really, your talents have not been blunted whatsoever. I mean, unless we're in some sort of social situation, and then Shifter sort of looks around this like weird wasteland with like a citadel. I don't think that's something we'll run into. So really, Siren, I think you're basically operating at 100% right now.
I don't say anything to that one. And I just keep casting Rary's telepathic bond. For 11 minutes, and I hope it works.
And we're going to do that in real time, everybody.
Yeah, so, yep, 11 minutes. I'm tracking the time. Let's keep talking while LB can't talk.
You guys can all talk to each other now. 11 minutes is passed. If that's what you were fishing for, you got it.
Yeah.
This is going to be annoying.
So
I'm
nice
sorry,
to hear your
darling. I
voice
had
again.
to take the opportunity to be as rude as possible. I don't think I'm going to get very many of those.
Well, if we don't all die, I think there'll be plenty of time. We should take a vacation after this.
Do you?
When was
where
the last
to?
time we've been to the beach?
Ooh.
Oh,
My
Well-
parents have a place just north of Waterdeep. That's a nice little cottage.
Is it
are there
by?
seagulls there?
There don't have to be.
I mean, not that I'd want any harm to come to them, but maybe if
Then there
just
will
a
be
big
seagulls.
gust of wind came and blew them
Ooh.
away.
That is one
That's
way
so
to get rid
annoying.
of seagulls. Yes.
Yeah,
so
so there's a-
anyway, Citadel of Chaos.
Are we going to take a nap?
That. Did we do that already?
I thought we did that already, but I'm confused. Timeline's all over the place.
Okay, let's take a long rest.
Okay, long
All
rest.
right. So officially, a long rest has happened, which Siren needs to make a charisma saving
Ba,
throw.
ba, ba.
Oh,
Because of the Demonomicon of Igwilv. Now, LB and I talked about this, and she has already made it.
Okay.
and we know the outcome,
Great.
but none of the rest of you.
Yeah, very
So
nice.
we will now continue playing as you wake up in your nice little Lehman's tiny hut. You can see out of the hut, correct?
Yes.
So outside of the hut, you can see that there are a couple of those wolf spider demons. They're on the outskirts. They're not approaching very closely, though.
Okay.
But there are other demons here that you can see.
Oh man,
Well, then why does it stop the tendrils? It's weird, right?
strange. I still
Certain
don't
thing-
want to cast the aura. They already know we're here. Can I just skip it, please?
I mean,
I
at this
think we're
point,
past that point. Yes.
I mean, yeah, we're right here. It's, you know, I think they're aware, so I think we're all right. So,
Did you cast the thing again?
and I'll be like, oh right, yes, stand by, and I'll start casting Ray's telepathic bond again. For a second there, I really just thought Simon was being quiet, and then, anyway, Ray's telepathic bond.
Thank you.
Well, it doesn't go away on the long rest, so.
The
No.
silence.
Yes, it seems like that may be some more long-lasting. Certain things you sometimes feel better in the morning.
Right. Yes. So what are we doing? We're going to fight Miska now?
I mean,
Seems to be
I
interesting
guess,
to do.
or at least figure out where he is, and then how to deal with what we have to deal with when we get there.
Quickly, Lagwin, we might want to coordinate our prepreparation.
Oh,
Shifter
yes.
takes out their holographic spell cards.
Yes.
Are you going to prepare pass wall?
I can if you'd have other
'Cause-
things.
Yeah, we don't both need to have it.
Agreed.
So I'm gonna drop it. If you don't have it, I'm gonna reprep mental prison because I love that spell. What other stuff do I
Yeah,
have?
I'll take passwall today.
Ooh, I might take Globe of Invulnerability. Oh, but I only cast 1/6 level
Yeah, you
spell
only have
per
1/6.
in a day.
But that's more than I do, which is none. So
Oh, well, then I'll take it to spite you. Let's see here. Locate creature.
I will say, as you guys exit the Lehman's tiny hut, you didn't notice this really before, Rikiri, but the rod is for a visual, it's emanating a light, but it seems like it's got this protective aura around you, and all of those spider wolf demons that are running around, well, not running around, but that's what's keeping them at bay. Like they
Oh.
actively don't want to approach you because of how lawfully awesome you are.
Wow.
Lawsome.
You're totally awesome. We got shirts, merch is coming, guys. It's a big wolf spider that says "Lawsome." So
Oh, we could get him with a skateboard and like
Yeah,
big
and-
80s
yeah.
sunglasses.
Sunglasses.
Yeah.
And that
yeah.
80s, like, that 80s kind of color stripe behind him. You know what I'm talking about. That would be great.
Mm,
It's like a middle school anti-drug campaign or something.
I would
Awesome.
wear this shirt.
I would wear the hell out of that shirt. I might be making it tomorrow. We'll see.
Awesome. Look, we don't even need the aura. The rod itself is emitting some kind of aura of its own and keeping these creatures at bay.
Well,
Interesting.
I might as well take it while we have it then. I mean, I assume this will be a persistent thing, but I also don't know if I don't want to test if there's a distance from the rod where it stops working, so
Right.
I
we
think
should stay
traveling
close.
together, yeah.
Mhm.
Jordan, I have a question.
Yep.
Can I attempt to cast locate object on the final rod fragment? Because it says describe or name an object that is familiar to you. Now, I haven't seen that piece specifically, but I've seen every other piece.
Mm-hmm.
So do you think that is a spell that I could use?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Okay.
But wouldn't the rod also Rikiri be
Describe it.
being pulled to it anyway?
Oh, that's true.
Rikiri is being pulled to it,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I guess I
So-
don't need it.
And she does. It's pulling towards the Citadel. So the on top of the mountain. You're about 7 miles away or so. Straight up, or like big. It's big, tall. I sent you that picture. That's a good, accurate representation. So
Yeah, it's cool.
Hmm.
On the walk, Rikiri, you could tell us more about Kieranor and what you do for it.
Really?
I'll pass the time.
I didn't think that you normally liked hearing about Kieranor.
Well, we have plenty of time to walk up there, yes?
It would
or
seem.
fly or whatever you want to do.
Okay, where to begin?
Oh boy.
So, most days on the celestial plane, I would sit alone in Kiernor's palace while Kieranor was on the celestial council. And I would study all manner of things that Kieranor had assigned to me. They have a marvelous collection of books and artifacts. And then, of course, after Kieranor was wrongly cast out of the Celestial Council, we kind of went from plane to plane. Of course, I wouldn't usually see Kieranor. They would send me on ahead to secure things for them, and then they'd give me instructions on where to go next. But they always ensured that I had plenty of things to keep my mind sharp and good works to do in their name.
In the background, like walking behind Rikiri, certainly, Shifter is creating a minor illusion of rope that they are tying into a noose. Like, around their neck.
Oh, beautiful.
Well, it's very admirable that you are so loyal to your deity.
Patron, parents, who can really say? I remember once we were on the ethereal plane, and Kieranor had sent me there to find some kind of special dowsing rod, not one of these rods. And I remember I retrieved it, and I came back, and Kieranor had already left. And then I had to find them myself. It was a marvelous search.
Oh, yeah, well, we can understand that. I mean, having an absentee parent.
Oh, no, it wasn't like that. I mean, Kieranor, they're an angel. They cannot be tied down to mortal beings as much as they want to be, obviously.
Fascinating. Thank you for sharing.
You're welcome.
Guys, approach the Citadel. There is a small road, probably 15 feet across, that leads up to a large gate that seems solid. Doesn't have any hinges that you see, so maybe it lifts from the bottom, but it's probably 25, 30 feet high, maybe 15, 20 feet across. And really thick metal that have openings. So it's like a cross-hatched kind of thing. And those squares are about 2 feet by 2 feet. But they're all covered in these like spiky ridges. So you think you'll get pretty cut up if you try to like walk through them. But up above, like the walls go up another, 50, 60 feet. And then there's stuff on the other side, more towers and what have you that are happening. So
And the winds aren't nearly as bad here as you said as they were like outside, right?
correct. If you notice, you all didn't make insanity check things that I've been doing for most of Pandemonium. So
Okay.
but there is
Lagwin,
wind. It's coming from somewhere. So
Lagwin, won't you try to open the gate?
All right. Is there? Sorry if you said. Is it look like I can just push it open, or is it got like a lock?
No, it's
No,
it's a single piece of
Oh.
stuff that's like fallen down, so you might have to lift it up. Is kind of the idea.
Oh,
You don't
great.
really know.
Well, let's let the guy with
but
H
you're not
strength
sure
lift it up.
exactly how to get in. So
All right, I'll try feebly to lift the gate.
okay, make a strength check.
Oh, good. 0.
All right, yeah, that hurts your back.
Yeah.
You're throwing out your back.
No,
Not a good feeling.
not
You need
really
to
my
rest for
my
1 to
strong
4
suit.
days.
Yes, not really my thing.
Shifter's just like, you probably could just ignite that sword of yours, cut
We could-
through. I feel like I've seen someone do that.
We could give that a shot and see if that works.
Did we establish that this works? I forget.
We were going to do it, and then we decided whatever was going to happen, we didn't end up doing it because something else caused it to not be a thing.
Okay. Yeah, it's not cutting through like huge things. How thick is this? I have it written down.
Listen, they had to close multiple layers of
Blast doors to
Jordan.
stop that. Yeah.
So and it didn't. It
Didn't stop him. He just kept going.
So the entrance gate, the bars are 3 feet thick, with spaces slightly less than 2 feet square, with gear-like teeth.
Oh.
Can we not just walk through? I mean, there must be a spell for this, yes?
Well, we could
Well, doesn't.
teleport.
What that
Wait, I'm
means of-
sorry. It's. Did you say it was a gate?
Yes, like a portcullis that comes
Okay.
down. I guess. Sorry, backwards.
We could attempt to teleport through, perhaps, or and then looks at
Passwall,
Lagwin. Passwall, yes.
I'd rather not blow our high level spells right at the gate if necessary. Can we just? It seems as though we could just go over it. I mean, Rikiri can fly all the time and cast the fly spell.
Mhm.
Just up and over then, or climb, I guess maybe.
And I'm not sure. It's we'll say I think it's 60 feet. I said 60, so it's 60 feet high. This wall.
Hmm.
I'm not sure the limitations of levitate, but I know that the rod allows you to cast levitate at will. So if she could levitate you guys up, she could probably push you
Push us and just,
into and then levitate you down if that's what you want to do. So
I mean, I'm
For some
fine.
reason, I thought it only allowed me to cast it on myself. Let me see.
no, you innately have the fly spell on you all the time. I don't know if you can cast it on other people. I'm
Okay.
forgetting, but
Oh,
you
no,
can cast
I
levitate
can
at
cast
will
levitate on
on
one
anything.
other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, fear not, we do have a grappling hook if that's something we'd like to choose.
Hoo-ha.
So spiky. Looking at the door, thinking about climbing it.
Okay, well, I can fly and I can levitate one other person,
Oh,
being.
What about the
Oh.
fly? The fly,
no.
the little buggy.
Oh,
thing.
Vincent!
Ah.
Yes. Yeah, we could use a few minutes of his activation. I'm sure that wouldn't be any big deal. Oh, Vincent! And he searches, or Shifter searches in their pockets, calling for Vincent, even though it's a miniature that can't respond. They're like, Vincent, where did you go, you rascal? Oh, there you are. Okay, that's very good. And then throws the fly out, and Vincent grows from the miniature a giant fly.
I picture him as one of the Flintstones, like dinosaurs that they use for their kitchen sinks
Yeah.
or something. And so after you're like calling for him, and then he's just like, he looks at the camera and goes, "It's a living." Like,
Shifter does baby talk to Vincent as one would an animal, and then says, "All right, who would like to ride with me?" Not you, Lagwin.
Me?
Yes.
Oh, wonderful. Siren gets on the back.
Well then, Rikiri, would you mind levitating me over then?
Well, so here's the thing.
Okay. Tell me the thing.
Go on.
Levitate only works up to 20 feet.
Well, you can. It lasts for a while, does it not?
10 minutes.
It's not going to take us 10 minutes to go 60 feet up, then. and you just push me over because I can't go.
Does it?
This way.
Are you thinking it has a maximum of 20 feet? Let's look at levitate.
That's how I read it. Within range, rises vertically up to 20 feet.
Oh yeah.
So you can only go.
Can you
20
carry
feet
them
high.
like a balloon?
Well, it says you can change a target's altitude by up to 20 feet in either direction on your turn.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
So, you
okay.
can
So
keep
20 feet, 20
going
feet,
higher
20
Okay.
feet.
there. Sure.
Okay, yeah. So yeah,
Okay.
don't worry about that then. Altitude, yeah, okay. You have to read the whole spell, Jordan.
Ugh,
When you do that, you see what Ted's talking
read the
about.
whole
Okay.
thing. What a waste of time.
So
Like,
So I'll
I
just,
only
like-
skimmed the first couple sentences.
I'll just like kind of fly alongside him, and like every time he stops, I'll like nudge him up a little.
What do I do with my
Can
hands?
we just have a quick Titanic scene where you're behind
Oh,
Lagwin
yeah.
holding him by the waist and he's
Yeah.
like, I'm flying, Rikiri. Like,
It's true, I've never done this before.
Chosen one, go.
This
I'm
is
glad that we're all such good friends. It's adorable.
yes.
you guys get over the top of it and come down into a large courtyard. Inside, there is a cobblestone floor that has an odd paint job on it. They're all, some of them, so the neutral color is gray, but some of them are painted black, some of them are white, some of them are blue, and some of them are red. And there's also large mosaics on the side walls of the inner castle, depicting battles of demons versus what you assume are the Vadi, and just like various battles between law and chaos. And in every single one of those murals, there is the forces of chaos are winning. Like the demons are just like overwhelming the Vadi. You also find a large amount of spider webs, like really thick, large spider webs that are kind of strung out in various corners and stuff, and a few spider cocoons, I guess, like what they would do to like wrap up a victim. And they're kind of like hanging and dangling from walls and various things. There's also, this is a very large area. There is a pit that is opened up, a bridge that crosses that is broken, and on the other side of that bridge is another large doorway. And specifically, this is, it's just a very, very large doorway. Like a couple of ogres side by side could walk through this. To an inner sanctuary that is like a larger tower that goes up. So
What a beautiful place. The interior design is just fantastic.
Amusing that they would decorate it with murals of them winning battles for the citadel that is the prison created after they lost. Oh,
Yes.
vanity.
Look, there were battles won from both sides, I'm sure.
Oh, certainly. That's not how it ended.
That's
Jordan,
true.
you said there was like an odd pattern on the floor.
yes, not a pattern per se, but like there are very specific, well, not, I shouldn't say specific, but there are colored cobblestones. And so overall they are gray, but there are some that are black, some that are white, blue, and red. So those 4 different colors are kind of like sporadically put out.
I'm gonna fly up in the air so I can like
Mhm.
kind of see as much area as I can and see if I can discern any kind of like pattern or relationship to them.
Okay, yeah, make an investigation check.
One more time. I don't know why my rolling tray is not working. Non-natural 20.
Oh, non-natural 20. Not that you can specifically see. They so I don't want to like lead you in a weird direction with this because you did roll really well. The red ones are either some kind of blood. The black ones are some kind of like ichor, possibly. And you're not sure about the blue and white ones, but the whole pattern is completely chaotic. And it might be just a chaotic way for the demons to pass the time, or for Miska to pass the time, kind of a thing.
When you say they're like blood and ichor, do I take that to mean like they've been painted to resemble that, or they
It probably
like actually
is
are
blood and
been
ichor,
colored with
and that's
that?
why
Okay.
they're red and black. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so I'll fly back down to the ground. So it appears somebody got a little creative with the painting in here. I don't think there's any sort of pattern or message to it, but there is a lot of blood and ichor being used in non-conventional ways.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Artists.
Well, where's the rod
Onward.
pulling us then? Which way?
Towards the center citadel. While you guys are kind of looking around your areas at these various like cocoons and cobblestone floors and giant pits and broken things, you hear a girl's voice, a woman's voice, and it's singing some kind of simple song and just kind of off thing. It's nothing that you see yet. It's probably like further around, out of sight, but you definitely hear some singing.
Which direction is it coming?
So this is a circular area. So we'll say to the right, my right. And yeah, so if you kept walking that way around this pit and around the central spire, then you would probably get to it. And it's just like a woman's voice. It sounds very kind of peaceful.
Can we make out words, or is it just like melody?
Yeah, as you guys kind of get closer and listen a little bit. She's singing, Elsie Marley has grown so fine, she won't get up to serve the swine, but lies in bed till 8 or 9, and surely she does take her time.
Just okay. What's the light situation like in here?
Pretty dark, except there is a large moon in the sky that is shining down. So those of you with night vision are getting more out of this. But there's probably enough light that you don't have to illuminate torches and stuff.
Okay.
We should go see what that is.
Yes, a woman singing a nursery rhyme in a demon's palace.
Yes.
I couldn't see anything bad happening from that.
Not creepy at all.
No, not in the least bit.
These webs, can I go examine one?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What are they, like, how thick are they? What do they look like?
Yeah, so they're it's like a husk, I guess. Like, it's pretty thick. And you kind of squeeze the inside of it, and it doesn't seem like there's a lot of resistance. Like, there's not like a they're humanoid shaped. So you're kind of like, but there's not like a body in it as you're kind of like prodding around. Or if there is, I should say, you're not hitting bone or something hard. So
it seems these ones have already been consumed.
So much for a prison, then.
This web is quite strange. It's obviously inferior, but it's fine.
Inferior to what?
To larger webbings?
Fair enough.
I mean, I know you don't like the Underdark very much, but some people do travel.
That is very true. It's just a terrible, terrible place.
No, it's not that bad.
I mean, we had a pretty rough experience when we were there.
Oh,
Yeah,
in the
but
Underdark.
we made that friend of the little fellow with the raccoon.
We did, yes. Yes, we
Yes.
did.
I think we can all agree it was worthwhile.
Well,
wouldn't you all?
Yes.
yeah, I suppose. We did get the rod fragment from there, so that was...
Oh yes, that was good too.
So yes, which I don't know. I don't really have any. Which
Come on, let's go investigate.
It could be somebody in trouble who's been stuck here.
Yet they're singing a happy song.
Well, maybe they're trying to soothe themselves.
Oh, we are
Well,
very
why
up.
don't
I
one
used to
of
do it all
us-
the time when Kiranor would leave me.
Oh,
I
I'm
see.
not even going to touch that.
Yes.
Let's why don't a couple of us go interact, and Siren, you do your typical go and, you know, set up in some sort of sniper position. I'm sure you won't have to use it just like always, but
Oh, right, yes. I shall watch from afar. Pulls out the sniper rifle, fiddles with it.
mm,
All right then, shall we?
Let's.
Yeah. Are you guys just kind of walking up, making your presence known, or?
I think I am also going to stealth somewhere into the shadows, and I'm going to minor illusion. Maybe even not a version of myself. Maybe some like warrior-esque figure. Maybe like
Can minor illusion do? I think it's like limited to a size like this, or do you have special illusion
well,
powers? I
it's
don't know?
5. It's a 5-foot square, as I recall. Which means I could make
Oh,
a real
really?
burly
Okay.
dwarf if I wanted. But
Okay.
yeah, I want give me a real burly dwarf lady with an axe. And
right.
because I'm an illusionist, I can have it do
Yeah.
vision and sound at the same time.
Okay.
But I want to roll for stealth to try and hide in the shadows somewhere.
Stealth it up. Are you also hiding, Siren?
Siren is going to go post up probably against a wall. Like if we turn the corner and there's like a hallway at the end of the hallway, or like just around.
Well, you're
the
outside, but you can be up against the wall, kind
Sure,
of a thing.
sure. And
yeah.
as they go in, I'll just follow behind,
Okay.
but not stealth.
That's, okay, I have an 18 total for stealth.
Okay.
Was that worth it? I feel like we're. I
It's
thought there was a
just-
secondary part to that statement.
I'm trying
had a
really
smile,
hard.
I was
Yeah.
I'm trying really hard not to metagame, and we're going to continue.
Okay, you guys approach with a burly dwarf.
Hmm.
And this beautiful young woman turns around. She is a statuesque beauty, nearly 6 feet tall, with wheat-colored hair, alabaster skin, and giant bat wings. She is naked as a newborn babe, and she says, "Hello. Oh, are you the people whose, Miska plans to attack just after he's reunited with the Queen of Chaos? I would hate to see you die, but I can prevent that if you let me help you."
Shifter's illusion is going to turn to the rest of the group and just be like, "At least she's forthcoming." I just
I believe we are those people.
Yes.
How do you propose to help us?
Oh, well, I am here to try and convince Miska to not attack the Prime Material. Where are you from again? The Prime Material Plane? There's so many of them.
Most of us are from the material plane.
Yes,
Well,
from
yes, but specifically.
Faerun, then.
Oh, thank you. Yes, and so I'm trying to get him not to attack your Faerun, because you see the powers that I represent. They want Miska to come back and stop messing around with his own little quibbles and fights with the winds of Aqua and stuff. So.
When
do you
who?
represent?
Yes.
Oh, see, I'm part of the organization that is trying to coordinate allies for the Blood War. Have you heard of the Blood War?
Yes, I have.
Yes. See, that is the real evil of the multiverse. Is these devils that are trying to get out and destroy, conquer all of the lower planes, and we're trying to keep them at bay. Miska would be very, very helpful in leading armies that way, and the fight would be beneficial for all sides, I believe. There's no need for him to go after the Prime Material Plane or the Wind Dukes of Akka or any of that. We need him back down in the lower planes, fighting on the side of the Abyss.
That does seem like a good use of his time. I mean, the Blood War is notoriously, involved, shall I say? It would be, gosh,
Yes.
thousands, maybe millions of years before he had time to come back to the prime material and
Yes,
harass
exactly.
us.
And I mean,
Oh.
you guys are not fans of devils, I assume.
No. Not
Oh,
so.
this one that we like.
I don't see any.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Oh, in the back there. Yes, the one with the gun pointed at me. Right.
Siren shoots.
Okay, roll an attack.
Sniper crossbow. That's a 21.
Oh, that totally hits. And you have sneak attack, so go
I
ahead.
totally do.
Whoa.
Wait, I think I have assassinate. Hold on, let me just double check. I know I checked.
Oh, right, because you might have that as well. You probably do.
I took it as a new thing. Okay. You have advantage on attack rolls against a creature that has not taken a turn yet, and any hit against the creature is a surprise and a critical. Okay.
Oh shit. That's awesome.
All right, 25. 42. Oh, no, sorry.
Right.
Plus 3.
45.
45.
Okay.
Hey, look, a critical with your sniper finally.
Oh wait, no, that's right. It's my sniper rifle, so I get one more D10.
Aw,
Which
snap.
is a 1.
46. All right. Well, we can do this two different ways. She is going to run and fly as fast as she can. If you guys want to prevent that, we need to roll initiative. If you want to let her go, she's going to go.
I mean, she hasn't done anything to us.
No, and she's trying to campaign to not have Farron be attacked, which is not the worst thing.
We don't have a lot of time to talk about.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
In
I
character.
think Shifter in a split second decision, Shifter would probably follow Siren's lead.
Okay.
So I would roll into initiative probably. But
Let's roll initiative.
I don't know what other people want to do. If they don't want to do that, they can choose not to.
That's 2 out of 4. We'll roll initiative. You guys can then, on your turn, not take action if you want to allow this person to leave. Kind of
I got a 9.
9 for Siren. Lagwin.
22.
22. Shifter.
12.
12. And Rikiri.
This being has not been hostile to me, so therefore I am not going to attack her.
Okay. Well, on your turn, you can not do that, but I still need to know your initiative.
8.
8. Lagwin with the monster initiative right from the get-go. What do you want to do?
Oh, not this. That's for sure. Well, I will activate the Sunblade just to have it. And then I'll be like, oh boy, I don't really know what that was about. Normally nothing happens when we do that. It's notorious that it's just a conversation and then everything is fine. I'm sorry, I'm actually pretty for your proposal. Blood War doesn't affect me, at least for the time being. So...
yeah, I'll let you make a persuasion check, I guess.
Oh, God. Sure. Okay. Starting off with a -1. Here we go.
Oh.
You already rolled a 0. What else could happen?
A 10.
A 10. Yeah, she's not buying it.
That's fine.
Up next is her turn. I would say that you guys were probably 15 feet away, kind of keeping your distance, but still there. So I don't think that shot just kind of came out of nowhere. And she can fly 60 feet. So she's going to go 120 feet straight back and over the wall. That's where she's heading. You could still technically see her, but she's now going to be 135 feet away from Lagwin and Rikiri and the illusion that is the dwarf. So that is
I'm
her
gonna name her
turn.
Maud. Please refer to her as such for the future.
Okay, Maud. Sorry.
And
And Shifter, it is now your turn. What would you and Maud like to do?
Well, Shifter was gonna try and Ray of Frost, but that bat lady is way out of my range. And I'm not without some serious teleportation could I possibly get over to her, or if I want to burn like a high level spell slot, which I don't think I do if she's running away. So instead, Shifter is going to walk out of the shadows and be like, Siren, are you just upset that you never get a chance to do that? Is that what's going on? And then Maud is going to turn and just be like, yeah, I mean, that was perfectly in hand, that conversation.
I thought it was going pretty well, actually.
Siren, it is
nice.
your turn.
Siren's going to look to Shifter and like look down at their weapon and like, sorry, we thought that it was going to go poorly.
I mean, maybe it was. And we certainly don't have a good track record with demons wanting to offer us help. That hasn't really gone well. So I can understand how that might be preemptive, but I was more interested in hearing them out. Me too, says Maud.
It was a good shot, though.
Yes.
It was. It was a very fine shot.
I expect nothing less.
So we're not going after them then.
I mean, can you still hit her from where we are? Probably not. She's still
Of
flying.
course.
Well, I mean, that's your call. I don't see. It's going to be. We're going to be running all over the place chasing her if we decide to fight her right now.
We already have Miska to contend with. Do we really want another powerful demon enemy in here?
Who says that they were powerful?
It looks pretty powerful. I mean,
They were
walking around-
naked.
Exactly. That's the most powerful thing you can do.
It's the most confident, certainly. It's really a power move.
Yes, we did do that before, didn't we?
We did do that.
All right. Sorry.
Well, where should we go now then?
Well, are they still within like visual or?
No, they
Auditory
took a
range,
lot
yeah.
of damage. She left
Okay.
as far as she could get out. So
Just so we're clear, Siren can hit something up to 400 feet away and not have to shoot at disadvantage.
Well,
Yeah, I figured it was like an insanely long range. But yeah, so
women
we'll
always
just-
talking about their long ranges.
Are you upset?
you know, I
Okay,
just like.
let's try not to shoot anything else until we're sure it's going to kill us.
All right. No.
You know me, I just love conversation.
You do.
Well, maybe we
talk
can have a
lot.
little more conversation and less preemptive shooting.
Right. So, would you call yourself a handmaiden of Kiranor?
No.
I mean, I guess that title almost works, but you know, it's more familial.
right, it's more
See,
like a
I mean,
child, right?
Kiranor raised me. They hatched me.
Right. Yeah.
I just saw Atomic Ash in the chat say she's more of a groupie.
Well, Ash also thrown out there that purple's looking kind of sus right now, and I thought that was pretty funny too. So,
Oh, sorry, wait, did Siren just ask about Kiranor? Sus.
yeah, yes, very much so. Anyway,
No, I wouldn't use the term handmaiden. Child, disciple, something along those lines. Adoptee.
Right. You cared very
Hatchling.
deeply for them.
Oh yes, I mean, they are my only family.
Yes.
Okay, now I need to do an insight check. Because Siren this whole time has just been like, I need to know all these things about Kirinor, like she doesn't already know. Because like Rikiri has offered up all of this information on Kirinor
Unwantingly, yeah,
repeatedly
whether we
to
want to
us.
know it or not.
Yeah, like
we've
throughout
heard
this
it.
whole adventure. So the fact that Siren like wants to know about it now and doesn't seem to remember a lot of it is very strange. Also, Shifter did just lose their memory recently, so their baseline assumption is like, oh, maybe it's some sort of weird amnesia thing.
There's a lot of that going around.
A lot of that going on.
My ring's changing. It's a dog. Did Kirinor getting me a dog?
Is Hero Quest coming back? What a good boy.
Perhaps they want to go outside.
Maybe.
That's only a 6 on my insight. I rolled really well.
And I'll say, like, is no one gonna say it then?
What?
No, never mind.
No, please.
Well, don't take this the wrong way, but you did just have a conversation, continually talking about what you thought, how Kirinor perceives you as far as a parent or a child, and then you got an image of a dog.
They think you're a pet.
No, they do not.
I mean, it's your ring.
No, that is not what it means. It's you're reading into it too literally. It's a magical item.
Sure.
It's you have to interpret it and extrapolate it to the true meaning.
I see. Yes.
No, Kirinor does not think of me that way. No.
Shifter pauses for a moment as if they're really thinking about laying into Rikiri. And then they stop and they're like, no, it's... As someone who knows a lot about divination, Rikiri, it probably needs to be interpreted in some specific way. And then like they do one of those things where they pat you on the shoulder and they like look and they like turn you away and look back at Lagwin and are just like, like, no, maybe don't. That seems too mean even for me.
Fair enough. Well then, where to? I guess.
I'm the wolf spider.
Yes, you seem so eager to all of a sudden.
Well, when we're done with this, it'll be done, right?
It's true, and we can go to the beach.
That's true. We did talk about the beach.
Right, beach.
Yes.
Is your boyfriend still going to join us?
Oh, yeah. I mean, if they are available, yes.
What do they do?
What I do? The assassinations and I mean, they're the one who taught me how to shoot, and I mean, they grew up with me, so they, just pretty much do spy things.
So it's like you're dating your
for my mother.
sibling? That's odd.
That
Well,
is a
they are
little
quite-
strange.
I mean, then they are a tiefling.
I always thought your mother taught you to shoot.
No, my father is the one who has firearms, like guns. He was the one who taught me. No, she taught me how to deceive and how to fight others mentally, and how to kill with knives.
Well, yes, you do that a lot.
Yes. She's a wonderful lady, really.
Nice. I think it's nice that you and your partner have things to do together.
Yes. Squidly's wonderful.
Squidly.
That's his name.
I'm gonna have to break out laughing at that as well.
Yeah.
That's why you never told us this whole time, because the name was that's
No, I never told you because that I wanted to keep their anonymity.
See, I assumed they just didn't exist, but it was really they had an embarrassing name. Oh well, that's fine.
Well, question then, if you haven't told us so far because you wanted to keep the anonymity, why just spill everything now?
because we all could die soon, right?
Right, I suppose. We all could die every day, though, and we have almost on several occasions thus far.
But we haven't yet. We're fighting a greater demon.
Things do seem a bit more dire.
Yeah.
I suppose.
Which is why we would like to tell you that we are so appreciative of you as our friends and you accepting us into your group.
I'm sorry, we?
The royal we?
Sorry.
And Shifters, and then Maud walks over and says, if anyone's going to be using that, it should be us. But it seems strange that you're using it.
We're very
Sorry.
grateful for you too, Maud.
I'm so glad I'm being recognized.
I think at the use of a plural for a person, Lagwin's gonna attempt a really poor insight check because he's also horrible at telling when people are lying. Social skills.
You poor 4 feet beings.
He does not have, but I'm gonna try because randomly referring to yourself as we is well, again, sus for days.
Real sus.
Here we go. Starting with a big old 0. Here we go.
Wait, so Ted, how do you rule this as a DM?
What do you
Like,
mean?
when it's between players?
When I would rule it, is it?
'Cause I don't know. I don't like. Lex just went and rolled, and I was like, "Oh, I didn't call for that." Like, I don't know. So it's one of those things where I'm like, I don't actually know how to describe to you if Siren is lying or if she's not being forthcoming.
That is true. So
mechanically, because it's not a monster I control.
correct. There's a couple ways you could do it. You could do an off deception versus insight, like a contested roll.
Doesn't that mean she is lying
Well,
though? If
what
I
you
make her
could-
roll deception,
You could private message LB theoretically, right,
Yeah.
and ask her to roll deception,
Right.
and then assuming she succeeds, then you respond to Ted's
Right.
failed roll as
Okay.
like, yeah, I
We're
don't think there's
learning.
any reason for you to be rolling insight.
I've always said roll persuasion or deception, like not making it clear. Like I, as a player, know what I'm doing.
so I would just say,
Yeah.
"Hey, you can
Make-
roll this and
yeah.
counteract it." Okay.
Yeah. So roll a persuasion or a deception. Is
Yeah, it's tricky when you're dealing with
Yeah.
players.
Yeah,
Okay.
the whole they pointed out, Atomic Ash pointed out in chat, and I think it is the fact that we're playing online does make it way easier to be secretive about it, which is nice. This would be much harder in person.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah. So I'll have Siren roll persuasion or deception, whatever she wants. Some charisma type of roll. And you can roll insight, and we'll compare the numbers, and I'll tell you what you feel, I guess. Got 4.
So I'm not even gonna be like, well, that seems on the up and up to me. I assume.
We are in the pandemonium world. Maybe she had another night of crazy something, or
And she was
I
seeing
am
things
crazy.
yesterday. She was seeing things that weren't there before. Maybe now she's referring to herself in the royal as a we. I don't know. Whatever. No judgment. I mean, apparently there was judgment, but it was really poor on my part. But
it's important to be able to choose your own pronouns. I've always believed that, of course. I just, I would have expected a heads up, Siren. That's all.
Yeah, it's just slip of the tongue.
well then,
Well, I believe her.
I'm sure you do.
That's why you're my favorite.
Oh, I'm sorry then.
Rikiri's your favorite, you say?
I've always known that.
That makes one of us
Bless her
then.
heart.
All right then. Well, I guess we keep going, I suppose.
Um,
Come along, friend.
I'm just gonna hang back with Shifter and let them go in front because I feel
Alright.
like this is too
Kiri
sus for
and
reals.
Siren link arms and skip down the area, rod in tow.
I just
While
wanna
the two of
remind
you are just
people
like,
that-
this is weird.
that one of the side effects of the rod is that, like, Rakira was already fairly like literal, but the rod makes me perceive everything like literally.
Mm-hmm. Oh, can't
yeah.
you?
Nothing
also
gets
not
over your
lie?
head.
Yeah, I would catch it.
So
You can't. Yeah,
Yeah.
you catch it. You're too fast.
No, I don't think you can lie now with the
Yeah,
rod in
which-
your hand. Yeah.
wasn't really doing that before. Just that
Yeah.
one.
And with
just
that,
the
we'll
ones.
take a small break while they keep exploring this chaotic Citadel of Chaos, and we'll be back in 10 minutes or so. Welcome back, everyone. Lots of fun happening on the Rod of Seven Parts. Siren decided to shoot a demon that had a proposal for our friends, and that demon did not like being shot, so it left. Now our friends are trying to figure out what to do. They're going to explore some more. There are a couple of small doorways as you guys are walking around. I believe Siren and Mercury are in the lead.
Arm.
And
I just wanna
there- go
reiterate
ahead.
them. I said, I just want to reiterate arm and arm.
Arm in
Yes.
arm, as you do, happy, go lucky, enjoying life. A very lawful experience for both of you. And you find a couple of doors. They open up to like storage rooms. Some of them do have these spider demons in, but they like cower and they don't want to be anywhere near you because of that rod of law. More cocoons. And if you open any of them up, they're kind of like large husks. They just kind of are empty. They almost disintegrate as you touch them. They're so old.
Gross.
And it is a courtyard that you're in. It's a large circle, and there is that pit in the middle that goes in a ring around the central tower. And then I described it that there was a bridge, but the bridge is broken. But there's a large doorway on the other side of that bridge in the central tower that is very wide. It's about the size of it. It says in the book that it's the size of two ogres side by side could walk through it, no problem. But I love that visual because it's like, let's just, I don't know, use mythological
Arm in
figures for a
arm.
basis of measurement.
Sure. Yeah.
It's like 5 Pegasus long. Like what? I don't like who cares? Anyway, so these large ogres can get through. But the bridge is broken. A lot of you have the ability to fly. The door is also shut. But the rod is pulling in for that central chamber. So.
All right. Well, I feel like the doors are where we need to go. Seems like the best avenue.
Yes,
Thoughts?
perhaps I can pick the lock.
Oh yes, try.
Is there a lock for me to pick?
Well,
We gotta get
are
there
you
first.
flying over there? What are you doing?
Yes, I would like to fly over there on Vincent.
On Vincent? You do that. Very large, like you're not using your typical locks. You're probably putting your whole hand into the keyhole and like messing with it. But surprisingly, it's not locked as you're like, oh, I didn't even check to see if it was locked or not.
No,
It is just a very heavy door that pushes inward.
Like when you're strong.
No, I'm not. I know my
Perhaps
own
if we-
shortcomings, and that is one of them.
I think all of us together may produce the strength of a normal
A normal
man.
person, yes.
But let's all get together and push, shall we?
Our
That's fine.
powers
By the
combined,
power
we
of
are
friendship.
one person.
We have the strength of maybe 1.25 men.
0.2 horsepower, go! Yes, you guys push open into this area, and I have some fun flavor text to read because I love flavor text and it's fun. Opening the door, you stare into an unusual room. It has 8 sides and is shaped something like an arrowhead. Looking around, it is a shock to see that the walls of this chamber defy the clashing colors of the Citadel that you have come to see until now, which is the blue and white and blah, blah, blah. Inside this room is encircled by walls which are plain and lustrous black. It is difficult to discern where the floor ends and the wall begins. Ultimately, your attention is drawn to a knee-high slab of gleaming stone. Oh, I have the hiccup, sorry. The gleaming slab provides the chamber's only illumination, but it is enough to let you see a thick wand of lustrous ebony resting on the slab. The wand has one rounded end and one faceted end. This is the final segment of the rod of 7 parts. The segment bears a shimmering glyph, the exact ones that you yourselves have used in the past to connect the rods.
Perfect, Rikiri.
Shifter's gonna
I'm
stop
sorry,
you if you try, if anyone tries to go and they're gonna be like, they're gonna post a meme in chat and say, "That's bait."
I just need a moment. It is just truly such a blessing to be in the presence of such powerful, lawful, ancient artifacts. Look upon it with me.
Great.
Too easy.
Yes. Isn't it supposed to be embedded in his chest?
Well,
Isn't
maybe
that the
he
whole
took it
thing?
out.
Well, that's not good because that means he's loose.
Do
Is the
I
rod
remember?
pulling me toward the fragment?
Jordan.
Jordan?
What was your question?
Is the rod pulling me toward this fragment?
Yes, it is.
Do I remember anything from reading the Demonomicon, not the Necronomicon, the Demonomicon?
Very different
about
books, yes.
anything about Miska or like something like this?
So you can make like a history check if you want at advantage because of the book. But specifically, are you trying to discern if this is normal or if you should have found Miska with a rod fragment embedded in it?
Was there anything in there that like finished the story as far as like, oh yeah, Miska totally had it in them and then it got taken out like later on, or is there an ending to the story that we don't know but it was in the book?
Okay, yeah, make a history check with advantage.
13.
13. You know that when they and I've said this before, but I'll reiterate for our listeners and you guys that when they finally stabbed Miska with the rod fragment, there was an explosion because Miska's raw chaosness, demon-esque or demon essence like mixed with the rod, and the rod didn't know how to handle that, and so it broke apart and shattered, and there was one piece left inside Miska, and they used that, or they used that as like a control because Miska was weaker to imprison him here in this cocoon of law that the Vadi created. But that was under, like, there were Vadi, he was imprisoned, he was like probably tied up magically, kind of a things like this. And he's been here eons, like long time. It potentially, he could have gotten it out. He could have broke those bonds. You doubt that he can leave this place, but it doesn't necessarily need to. There's nothing in the story in the Demonomicon, but yeah,
Perhaps
about him removing it or having it,
right,
or it needing to be in him or anything like that.
Perhaps he just vomited it up or pooped it out.
Well, either way, he's free, is my point.
Well, he's not free from here.
No, but he's like, he could just be walking around right now. Just come right over to us.
He'll be right behind you, Lagwin.
Probably is, as these things go. So, what do we do?
Someone taps on your shoulder, Lagwin. No, I'm kidding.
Be like, just. That's a quick way to lose a hand.
So I'm gonna do a quick detect magic. Specifically, I'm kind of looking for like illusory magic. Like, is it possible that it is still inside him, but he's invisible?
There is, I think you can see out to 30 feet, correct? With detect magic?
Yeah.
Okay.
That says yes,
so
yes.
Would you like to
Sorry,
get within
Brenna.
30 feet of this rod and platform? You're about, I don't know, 90 feet away now, maybe.
Well, I'm
70 or so.
gonna start it where I am, and
Yeah.
then slowly walk
So
forward.
from where you are, there is nothing really magical except I mean, the walls of this interior are built from some kind of weird material, but it's not this. There isn't a spell cast on this place. So,
Right. So as I walk forward, I don't feel anything else.
as you get to the platform, the raised platform that has the wand, no illusionary magic that you can see, but the wand or the rod fragment there is intensely magical. So it seems like it is the real deal.
Okay.
But yeah, no
I don't
secret
know.
Miska that's holding out or anything that you can see.
Should I just take it?
Wait,
Okay.
what if they wanted to be whole?
I'm sure they do. That was what Gregor's whole thing was.
Yeah, we
Right.
talked about that.
Right. So, it just being here, the rune's already on it. Perhaps if we touch it, it will then become whole?
Potentially.
Do we have to have it whole to kill Miska?
Most likely.
Mm.
And that will prevent the Queen of Chaos from coming back.
In theory.
That's what we've sort of been basing this whole thing on, so yes.
The hope, yes.
A new hope, if you will.
Oh, well, let's not go that far.
So we want to combine it, yes?
I think
But
so.
should we find Miska first?
I mean, I have a feeling once we combined it, he'll find us.
Right.
Do we have any worry that if we when we combine this, the barrier will drop on this place? Is that a possibility?
Potentially. I mean, I think
At
everything
this
we
point,
think...
everything is
Everything is a possibility, yes. All of the bad things, but probably none of the good.
I wish
Actually,
Hero
we don't
Quest were
know
here.
what will happen.
Yes, it'll just be like, Equestria, can you just bamf right into Pandemonium for us? Bring your big, powerful flying dogs.
Oh, I just meant that, having an animal would comfort me. That's all.
Well, I would
If you
also
like.
not... What?
What?
If it will calm you.
Actually, I didn't, as the player, hear you.
Oh, I'm sorry. You can pet me if you like.
Uh, I'm not going to touch that.
My hair is quite soft.
Hella
Yeah.
sus.
What would
Springy.
Squidly say?
Is that inappropriate? My apologies.
Hmm.
You're quite duplicitous in your nature as of late, Siren, from things you literally said yesterday.
I don't think so. I mean, she's just maturing.
The book did make you lose your voice. I suppose it could have some other adverse effects. I mean, I did lose my memory not long ago.
Well, none of it's
Sure.
been adverse, though. Well, losing her voice, yes, but
Yes. So,
I did
Hopefully-
see hallucinations. That was pretty bad.
mm,
but we're past that now.
luckily. I guess.
Well, I have an
I
idea.
think
Why
that
don't we...
should, because that Batwoman is still running around, and what if we leave the rod and she takes the fragment to prevent Miska from getting it?
Well, alright, so I say we get ready to combine them, but let's take... Just give me 1 minute to prepare, and we'll sort of... We'll get ready, and this will help us, and we shouldn't have an issue. So let's everyone get ready, and we won't actually stick the pieces together, but we'll be ready to do so.
Like, get ready to get ready.
Yes, and then I'm gonna start casting a spell. So we'll get around the rod, and I will start casting a spell. It's gonna take me a minute.
Okay, I posted in our chat if you want to
Oh.
share it to the Twitch chat. A picture of the
Ooh.
rod.
Ooh.
That is cool.
Thing.
Cool.
That's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, let's share that with those folks. Check this out, guys.
That is what they see. Fun
Nice.
art.
very,
Very
cool.
cool. I'm also gonna cast a spell.
Mm.
I'm gonna. How long does this last? Up to an hour? Sure. I'm gonna cast Mislead. To make an illusory double of myself, who stays with the group, and then the invisible real me is going to slink off to the side.
All right. So yeah, when we're in the middle, I'm gonna take a minute, start casting a spell around this like dais. It's about 10 foot. Right. This dais is about how wide? Where this rod is sitting?
The raised platform?
Yeah, sorry, the raised platform.
Well, yeah, what are you casting, I guess?
Magic circle, 10-foot radius.
Yeah.
That's a good
I'll
call.
let you do that. It'll encompass most of it, yeah.
Okay, cool. So yeah, I will do that. Go around.
Are you entrapping or keeping out?
I am reading right now. So first of all, I'm choosing.
Read the whole spell.
Yeah, I'm gonna read the whole spell. We've learned that.
And you're spending the material cost.
I am, yes, which I do happen to have just enough to do that actually, which is fantastic. And I will choose fiends because.
I don't know why you would do that, but okay.
Yeah, I know, right? Elementals, obviously.
Elementals, come on, guys, that's the real threat.
That's get out of here, Wind Dukes. You ain't coming into my chamber. No,
My house.
I'll choose fiends, and it says it affects a creature of the chosen type in the following ways. Creatures can't willingly enter the cylinder by non-magical means. If they try to use teleportation or interplanar travel, they must make a charisma save. Creature has disadvantage on attack rolls against targets within the cylinder. Targets within the cylinder can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by the creature. When you cast a spell, you choose which way. So I think since we're all going to be in the center combining the rod piece, that I will have it keep things out of the circle. That makes sense?
So you want to all four of you inside trying to combine this rod fragment.
And I want
then
nothing
You don't
to...
want things to come in.
Yeah.
Real me is not going to be inside.
No, real shifter is not.
Illusory me can be inside the.
Yeah, that's fine. But that's what I'm saying to keep things from coming in. Yeah.
But it would not be beneficial for me to not be in there.
I don't know why.
Why?
Isn't Shifter slinking off somewhere
Yes.
else?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because I fight at a distance.
Fair enough.
But we want you to be protected.
I mean, I suppose if I'm in the circle when it is created, that shouldn't be a problem.
No.
Is that how
Shouldn't
it
be.
works?
I don't know. I mean, Siren is herself a fiend, so.
No, you're not a fiend. You're a humanoid.
Yeah, tieflings don't count.
Tieflings are a humanoid. They're not fiends.
Okay, Jordan, can I start in the circle?
We'll find out.
Okay.
We'll find
All right.
out.
If you think that that's what beneficial, then
You can always just leave it afterwards.
That's true.
So I will do that, I guess.
Okay. You start casting your spell, making your nice little circle. And with a flourish, how high is this go up, by the way, too?
20-foot tall cylinder.
20-foot tall cylinder. So, but you can't like jump out of it. It's like a cylinder encased, I assume.
I would imagine.
Yeah. So you are, but is Shifter in here, or Shifter, are you outside?
The
I am not
illusionary
in
shifter is, but not the
Illusionary
real
The real
shifter.
one.
shifters
The
on
real
the
one
inside.
is somewhere near the perimeter of the room.
Okay.
Invisible.
Just checking. Invisible. With the last little bit where I assume you walk in, you touch the floor. This is how I'm describing it because it's
Sure.
a game. Fuck you.
Sure. Just tell me what my character does, great DM. Go ahead.
You put your hands down on the floor, and there's like a Full Metal Alchemist kind of thing where it does like a cool design. At that exact moment, Siren coughs, spits, eyes bleed, yellow sludge as this demon pops out of her and gets thrown out of out of the circle.
Oh, well.
Are you all right?
That thing was possessing me. I
How?
shoot it.
Damn.
So
Illusion shifter is just
is
like,
his name really
I knew it.
Squidly? Wait, is his name really Squidly? We must know.
Before we start any kind of a fight, I have to know. Yeah, we will roll initiative here really quick.
Okay.
I have to make a new encounter that I was not prepared for, so hang on.
Lagman, how dense are you? I was asking about Kiranor.
I mean, Shifter thought it was fine too.
What?
I did
I
think it was
told
funny.
Rikiri, my best friend.
I thought you were lying. You lie
you
so
often
much.
lie.
I thought you were telling the truth.
I'm sorry, but you know that Shifter is my best friend.
I don't know if you've ever called
Aw.
anyone your best friend ever, so.
That's so nice.
Shut up.
Lagwin.
I got a 18.
Siren.
15.
And Shifter.
12 again.
Rikiri.
3.
Cool. So
So when we were skipping arm in arm through the Citadel, that wasn't you.
Rikiri, when have you ever seen me skip?
Well, I thought it was a nice, like, growth.
Maturing is, I think, the word she used.
I mean, you came into this artifact that gives you powerful knowledge, broadens your
Demonic
horizons.
knowledge. That is a demon.
Oh yeah, what does it look like, by the way? now that
it
it's-
is large yellow sludge. That kind of, while you guys are talking, materializes down, and now it looks like a giant spider.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yup.
boys.
Figured that out.
What if it's actually just Miska?
I've been missing the whole
It
time.
is its turn.
Mm.
And it can't enter the circle.
It can try and teleport, but it has to make a save. If it has teleportation, I don't know if it does. Oh, and it can still attack through the cylinder. It just has disadvantage on attack rolls.
Oh, okay.
It says it has disadvantage on attack rolls against targets within the cylinder, and we can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by it while in the cylinder.
Possessed. It's important.
Yeah.
Okay, it will cast in a 20-foot area, I believe.
Counterspell.
This spell does. Okay.
Dang, boy.
Oh, he was ready.
I might need to roll. I don't know, though.
You do not. It is countered. It was trying to cast web.
That makes sense.
Oh.
I'll take it.
And then it will move 30 feet away from you guys. And just kind of hover there for a little bit. Up next is I've got this encounter builder open. Lagwin with an 18.
All right. I'm gonna do the thing. Here we go. I think we established that the Sunblade was already present as we were walking through after the thing with the demon
Sure.
lady. So I will bonus action Blade Song. Now proficiency bonus times per long rest. Per Tasha's Cauldron of Everything. And then I
Way
will
to nerf our player.
No, I think it's, we'll see. Hang on. Then I will use my last third level spell slot to cast haste on myself. Unless it can counter. I don't know. I said haste, but that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, no counters.
All right, then I will super zippy run right on over to it. Got an 80-foot movement speed. So I can get to it, right?
Yes.
All right, and then it's time to go to do some attacks. And
Oh.
we're going to go with Booming Blade out the gate.
What? You can do that?
I can.
Cautious. You nerfed him. What do you do? What?
Well, let's see. Here we go. Booming Blade. That is a... Oh, God. 29. I haven't played the attack combat in this for a while. So 29 to hit.
Yes. It's been a week.
It's
I
been a
guess we didn't
whole
combat
week.
Last week.
We didn't. It's been a long time. So that's going to be... let's see. Does thunder damage matter? To separate it out?
Damage matters, yes.
Okay, so it is going to...
Thunder does not matter.
And Radiant
Some
does not matter?
Radiant does not matter.
All right. So we've got 12, 18, 27 points of radiant and thunder damage mixed as I hit this thing with a booming blade.
Okay.
Which
So you go, thunder strike.
no, that's not very.
That's
That's not
just
very
me.
Lagwin.
Okay.
And then I will make a secondary attack because of the updates to extra attack per Tasha's Cauldron of Everything. But that's
An attack. That's crazy.
only a 14 though.
A 14 will miss.
Yeah, and then a hasted attack.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, I'm not. Don't listen to me. Just a hasted attack. I forgot I cast haste this turn. I'm dumb. Ignore that. Take that damage back, Jordan.
Oh, I don't get the damage?
No, because I'm dumb. So, I rolled a not natural 20 to hit. Does that?
So
hit?
I'm very confused as to what's happening.
So
you're taking attacks back, but you're giving me natural 20s?
No. I made a mistake. It was my turn. I cast haste, and I had a bonus action, and then I still have a hasted action to make one singular attack.
Well, you used your bonus action to Blade Song, did you not?
Yes, but I still have my hasted action from casting
Correct.
haste, which is what I'm doing.
Okay, so Booming Blade is not.
Does not happen. That did not happen. It's gone. Can't do that.
Okay.
Oh,
I
call
have-
up Jeremy Crawford because Tasha's has completely confused us.
If only he followed one of us on Twitter.
I know. So I have a dirty 20 to hit with my hasted attack.
Yes, that hits.
So that will deal 11 points of radiant damage. Is the only damage. this
11
thing
points
entire-
of radiant damage. Excellent.
Yes. There we go. I am
The
done.
most confusing turn ever.
Yes.
Siren, what would you like to do?
Siren's going to turn to this creature and say, Loth doesn't respect you. Go crawl back to her. You deserve it.
Oh, snap.
And I'm going to take
Shots fired.
Take a shot.
Now shots are fired.
Oh, like 2 shots.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Just the one.
Oh.
Oh,
At advantage because they haven't. Well, no, they went right.
they did. Yeah.
Okay, so that is a 21 to hit.
21 hits. You get sneak attack because Lagwin is in melee.
Mm-hmm.
Why did I not pick up all my dice? I don't know. So many dice. 20 damage. 22 damage.
What kind? Oh, is it magical?
Yes.
Are you moving?
No, I'm staying in this stupid circle.
Shifter.
It's me. I will. Invisible Shifter will move into the circle. Illusory Shifter will say, "Oh well, I mean, Lagwin's outside. I guess it's fine." I should step outside of the circle. And I would. I don't want to go visible yet. I'm gonna pretend I'm doing something important, like casting a spell, but I'm not really doing anything. I'm just using a lot of movement this turn. I think that's all.
Dodge action.
The dodge action. There you go. I'll use that.
Excellent.
My illusion uses the help action. Wait a minute.
Rick
Actually, can I use the help action? I just realized I could be Lagwin's familiar.
I do you have to be within? You guys are
I think
asking the tough questions.
I think I might need to be in.
I think you need to be next to him.
And Lagwin moved really far, so my illusion can't get over to there. But they'll start approaching, and yeah, I take the dodge action. Don't worry about it right now.
Okay, never mind. All right. Yeah. So Rikiri, what would you like to do?
So first of all, Ted and I figured out my celestial resistance thing. So Shifter and Siren should each gain 10 temporary hit points.
Oh, awesome.
From when we long rested together. So do that. I'm going to shoot 3 Eldritch Blasts at the thing.
Okay.
We've got 2 26s and a 9.
The 2 26s hit, the 9 misses.
Bracers who? What's going on now?
I know. Okay, one of them does 10 damage, and the other one does 15 damage.
Oh wow! Holy cow.
Or sorry, 13 damage. 13.
Okay.
Nice.
Wow. Okay. Awesome.
Nice.
All right. Mr. Ted. Sorry, Lagwin.
Hi.
If you would make a wisdom saving throw.
Is this against a charm?
This is against a charm.
Hey!
Oh my
It's only happened once in 31 episodes, but hey.
It
we
must
go.
succeed on a wisdom saving throw or be charmed, even though it is not a charm spell. But that is the same thing, correct?
I would assume so.
Probably.
So that is a 16 total. 15
Okay.
plus 1 with advantage.
You save.
Get out of here.
It will
you
turn into a mist and move 30 feet away from you.
I assume I can't opportunity attack missed.
Uh,
Oh, I reaction counterspelled. Never mind.
Yep, there you go. Now it is your turn, and you get your reaction back. What do you want to do?
Come back, mist. No, I will run. I don't know if I can attack it. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna run up to the mist, and now I'm gonna try and booming blade the mist.
Okay.
Here we go. 19.
19 hits.
Okay. So it's gonna take, ooh, nice, 17, 26 points of radiant / thunder damage.
Okay.
Then I will attack it with my secondary attack for a dirty 20.
Wah, 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 wah. Oh, I mean,
Dirty.
dirty wah.
For 13 points of radiant damage.
13.
And then my hasted attack is an 18
18 hits.
for 12 points of radiant damage.
Okay. Holy cow. Anything else?
No, I'm good.
All right. Siren.
They can't even. I can't yell at this thing. They can't hear me. I
You can just
feel
think
I-
really hard at it.
Yeah, I'm thinking really hard at it.
You just-
I'm gonna make a hand gesture. But they know what I mean.
yeah.
They know.
They know.
Yeah. I'm
Shifter,
gonna
yell out something obscene for me.
Actually, I'm gonna yell out, "You made me think she was my best friend."
No.
It yells back, we could have been friends.
It's true. It's all they wanted.
Mercury like pauses for a second and says, "No, not under the guise of dishonesty. That's not a friendship."
Does a 26 hit?
Yes, it does.
Okie dokie, let's do this. We're gonna do normal attack plus sneak attack. And I'm going to do a grasping arrow on this one.
Okay. What does that do?
Extra 2d6 damage. Speed is reduced by 10, and each time it moves a foot or more, it takes 2d6 slashing damage. It needs to make an it can remove this with an athletics check.
Okay.
Okay. How many dice? 10, 20, 25, 28 damage.
You kill it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Holy cow.
And in her head, she says, and you can suck my whole dick.
So this arrow goes through the mist, but as it hits the mist, it congeals back into that yellow sludge, and you see the arrow kind of like bend through the sludge and then pop out the back, and the whole creature just falls to the ground and starts bubbling and dissolving away. And you just hear it go, I just wanted friends, Loth rules. And then this hand comes up as it goes down, and it's gone forever.
Oh, lame.
Siren, when it was possessing you, obviously it was party to your thoughts, I'd imagine, but were you also party to it?
Yes. It's very disturbing.
Well, why did it want to learn about Kiranor? Why did it deceive me?
It thought you were a handmaiden and wanted to relate to you on that level. It just wanted friends. Ugh.
Oh,
That's sad.
that's nice.
Except for that it wanted chaos. It's an evil creature. It would have killed you as soon as it became friends with you. It was like a
Weird, because
child.
then it wouldn't have friends. Anyway,
Until you decided to go against Lolth.
I do feel a bit bad though.
I don't.
I'll move back into the circle.
Okay.
Illusionary Shifter moves back into the circle and just says, Siren, I can't believe I'm your best friend. I'd hug you right now, but I can't because I'm not material. And then the illusion goes to hug you, but it like kind of goes through you a little bit.
I'm not sorry that Lagwin saw your face.
Oh.
You didn't
know
know
you
I was
don't mean
someone
it,
different for
best
a full
friend.
day. I was possessed.
I suspected something was wrong, but I thought you were doing a bit. I thought it was a bit.
I'm just notoriously bad at telling these things.
Invisible Shifter, unbeknownst to everyone, is slinking back to the perimeter of the room.
Just
Well,
keep
it's
yourself away.
glad to have you back.
Thank you.
You don't sound thankful. Let's connect these rod pieces together.
We are
If
glad to
that
have you
is-
back, but I miss what we had.
I don't have the mental capacity to deal with this right now. I'm sorry that your god thinks you're a dog. Walks out of the circle.
Oh, damn!
You don't mean that.
They're never gonna talk to each other again after this. You're like, and we're done. Save the world, but I never want to see your face again.
Yeah, Shifter's gonna be like,
one work friend.
I'm
Yeah.
not going to the beach with you.
Yeah, Shifter's gonna be like, Rikiri, she's just been possessed. It really takes a lot out of a person, I'm sure. Just
True.
just give her some time.
Just needs some space, perhaps. I understand.
Yeah, you feel the rod just like it's calling to you, Rikiri, like on a level that it wants you to pick it up and assemble the rod. What do you want to do?
Yeah, so Rikiri gets like kind of jittery, wants to do it. Lagwin, are we ready? Can
Let's
we
do
assemble
it.
the rod?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I approach it with the assembled rod.
Yeah. It is clearly the end of the staff. And you pick it up. In the past, we've made all kinds of rolls and stuff, but that was because there was a magic associated that one of our two wizards was doing. I think it was Lagwin. So there was a percentage chance of odd failures and things like that. But this is so precisely, the runes are just like perfect that when you attach it, there's a brief flash of light, and then it goes away and you can't see any seams whatsoever. This is just a really solid, maybe like 5 foot staff that is ebony black, amazing. And you have now acquired the Rod of Law.
Whoa, so
No longer the Rod of 7 parts, but it is instead the Rod of Law. And I'll put it, thank you. I'll put it in chat here. But for those of you at home, the bearer will seek to maintain primacy of law over chaos in every situation, whether for good or ill. The character perceives anyone not adhering to this view as the enemy. So you have some new roleplay aspects. That you
Oh
can do.
boy.
Okay.
Even close friends and other party members could be enemies if they're not following the law.
Oh boy.
The fully assembled
so-
rod radiates an aura of fearsome, icy law with a 20-foot radius. I don't really know what that means, but I like it. And then you have all of the same spells that you had before. But the last piece, which is called Rex, you can use an action to cast the heal spell, and you have 1 charge out of 1. With all 7 segments, you can also cast Greater Restoration once a day. the staff function as a vicious quarterstaff +5, and when you roll a 20 on your attack roll with this magic weapon, the target takes extra 7 damage of the weapon's type. And with all of the segments attached, you can cast True Resurrection, with a casting time being 1 action and requiring no material components.
Well, I'm glad I didn't take it from the other thing that we were talking about taking that for.
Yeah.
Is this all written down somewhere?
I put a link in
Discord.
our
In our
Discord,
Discord.
and you can
Thank you.
add the Rod of Law to your
Rod of
character
Law.
if you wish.
Perfect. Thank you.
What? This
This
is
is pretty nuts.
this is insane. Also,
And
Brenna,
like
you're too kind.
she's glowing in a
Thank
certain
you, everybody
sense.
who's watched us for so long. That's wrong.
Yeah, it's kind of fun that we're here. But yeah, you're glowing in a certain sense. Every feather on your body is now like perfectly symmetrical. Like they're all lining up just kind of magically so that you look the part of order, as opposed to kind of like ruffled feathers or things like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, let me just read. Sorry, I just have to read through this to get the full.
This
Yeah,
is
no problem.
crazy.
Yeah, this item has a lot of stuff that can
So
does have a lot
much
of stuff.
stuff.
It's pretty crazy. And then you hear a voice, and it is a booming evil voice, and you see this very large, and I guess I should say, I think it's, I like to use the 5e rules for how big a creature is. But this is a huge fiend. And so out of the darkness, this creature approaches, and it has spider legs that are more like crab legs. And where those crab legs connect is a muscular human male torso that comes up from like nothing, or, you know, where the legs connect. So there's this human male torso. And the top is a fiendish, I guess, for lack of a better word, tiefling looking head that has some horns and black hair that's kind of going all over the place. It has 4 arms, muscular arms coming out, and on either side of the head, the human head, are these large wolf heads that are just snapping on either side. He is carrying a mace and 2 scimitars, and is walking with kind of like a limp towards your magic circle, and says, "So you have brought me the Rod of Law, and I will take it from you now."
No, not today, thank you. We're not giving out any rods.
Okay, but why is he hot?
Are you possessed again?
Where are you seeing an image of him?
It was from the
Just your-
description.
Just your mental.
Well, Jordan's
It's from
mouth
my
words.
amazing description.
He's really big fan of crab legs and dual wolf heads, you know, big.
Yeah.
Whew, that's Siren's type.
So I do have a picture that I can share with you guys. This is, I believe, Miska fighting 2 Vadi. So that's what the other people attacking him is. But
Look at those pectorals, though.
I
Like,
know. Look at those abs.
that's what I'm
It's
saying.
crazy.
Mm.
But yeah, he says, but if you hand over the rod, you could witness a new age, the power of chaos.
Mm.
Or alternatively, you could surrender to us. We won't kill you. And then we can all go home.
I mean, that
How
sounds
do you
most.
intend to leave?
That's none of your concern. How do we
I said,
intend
how
to
do you
leave?
intend to leave?
Illusion Shifter is going to whisper to one of the party members. Hey, I just realized if we kill him, he's a demon. Won't his essence go back to the abyss and then he will effectively have been freed from his cocoon?
In theory, yes. That's why we're supposed to do it with the rod, I thought.
Oh, that's what
I,
prevents that.
I thought so. I mean, it's a little late to bring up these questions now, Shifter.
Just a little worried that we might be furthering the apocalypse if we destroy the demon.
These were great 2 weeks ago conversations.
No, you're right. I understand. I'll just forget I said anything.
I understand you've been meeting with my lieutenant of sorts.
Oh, he's
Crab
your
legs.
lieutenant. I'm so sorry.
In a robe, has a cool looking staff, man of many faces.
Is that?
Gregor is his name.
Oh,
No,
sorry, you said
no.
that. He's sort of backwards now.
We did.
We sort of folded him in half the other way.
We gave him a bad back.
You know, you really should get better help. He's not the best.
I am seeking better help, and if you four are willing and hand over the rod, I would love to have you be my new lieutenants.
Can you tell
And
me
you can
about your
usher
benefits
in-
package?
Do you offer
Yes,
dental?
there is very good dental coverage. I mean,
Ooh.
look at these teeth. They're
No,
nice.
none of that.
He's got 3 sets of great
I've
teeth.
got 2 wolves right here, and trust me, I know about multiple mouths to feed. Okay,
Pet
so
insurance,
it's a hard economy.
human
out here.
insurance, pet insurance again.
It's really difficult. So I can give you all kinds of magic power, whatever you wish, but I require that rod.
I pound the rod on the floor, like I, bang it, like calling to order. I think your obsession with chaos comes from your fear of order. You will respect the law of this world.
And he laughs, and he takes one of his scimitars, and it hits the side of the magical circle, and just like Darth Vader testing the wall, or not Darth Maul testing
Darth
the
Maul,
like
come on.
the
Zzz,
things.
zzz.
Yeah, he's kind of just like, zzz, zzz, and he's walking in a circle around you guys, and he's just like, so you think that this can protect you forever, and the 3 of you inside here will be safe from everything.
Well, no, I think it's
that
more
this will protect us.
like
forever.
55 minutes, but.
And he'll point over to exactly where Shifter is hiding invisible.
Oh.
And say, even your friend, you would sacrifice him. I could kill him instantly, or you can hand me over the rod now.
Shifter's hands just go up in the air. Both Shifter's hands go up in the air. It says, everyone has true sight today. And I just...
I didn't plan that, but the character has true sight. So there you go.
It's.
Shifter groans loudly, and then Misty steps back inside the circle, ending
Oh, damn it.
his mislead. Yeah, no, I can teleport. And then he's like, well, that was a waste. But everyone is now gathered closely together. That's nice. And Shifter's going to begin casting another spell.
Now, can I cast spells through this? Or is it at
Uh,
disadvantage?
I don't know. Hang on.
I'm going off the assumption that answer to that is yes, which is why I'm casting the spell I'm starting to cast. But if the answer is no, I'm going to stop casting this spell.
Okay, so you can't magically
Well, I
enter.
think you can, but
No, I know,
wonder
but it's
if
the
he
spell.
can.
The spell I'm casting specifically stops people from casting spells into it.
Yeah, so it says
Oh.
you can't magically enter the cylinder without teleportation, and you have to make a save if you try to do so. You have disadvantage on attack rolls against targets in the cylinder, and no charm, frighten, or possess. So, as far as I can tell, you could cast spells into it. It's more of a containment. It's not like super high. It's a 3rd level spell. It's not like
Yeah.
keeping them physically out or keeping them physically in. But I don't see why spells wouldn't work.
Okay. Yeah, awesome. We're gonna have Lagwin.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have you make a wisdom saving throw, I believe. This is not against charm.
Okay. Is it against frighten or possession? Because those are...
No.
All right. Well, it was worth a shot. Here we go, folks. Ooh.
You
15.
got charges.
Oh, I do have charges. 15.
I'm putting my money on 15 is not enough. That's just
Yeah.
me.
Oh, against Miska the Wolf Spider? Yeah, I'm going to say so. So yeah, I'm going to use a charge, and we're going to shoot for a higher number. So here we go. 19.
Hey.
Might not be enough
Is
either.
that your final answer?
I mean, that's the only answer I have, so yes.
That saves. He was casting polymorph on you.
Okay, that's good.
He gets very irritated and says, and kind of bashes on the side. How long does this last? How long will you be trapped here?
Are you asking me?
I'm asking anyone inside this confounded thing, and you see a giant mace come and like smack the side of it, and it's just not breaking.
Well, an amount of time for which you shouldn't be concerned with. We'll be here for a while. We can discuss terms.
Tell him he has dog breath.
My associate here, she says you have dog breath. The purple one, not the one with the rod.
The one with the rod is far too polite.
Yes. She is the law, in fact.
You could say I'm the sheriff of this here town.
There we go.
The best
And-
one-liners. Always.
So do you want us to roll initiative, or because I do want to cast a spell, but I don't want to just jump into it if like other people
I will let you
should be
cast a
acting?
spell. I don't
Okay.
necessarily want to roll initiative because he doesn't exactly know what to do about this magic circle just yet. So,
I'm
and
gonna
I thought
cast
you guys might want to ask more questions, but go ahead. Cast your
Sure. And this won't stop us from asking more questions. But I'm going to cast Globe of Invulnerability using my 6th level spell slot. Oh, this lasts for up to a minute in concentration. And it's 10-foot radius around me. Any spell of 5th level or lower cast from outside the barrier can't affect creatures or objects within the barrier, even if the spell is cast at a higher spell level slot. Such a
okay.
spell can target creatures and objects within the barrier, but the spell has no effect on them. Similarly, the area within the barrier is excluded from the areas affected by such spells. Oh, so you can't even like fireball the area next to us and have it affect us. That's cool.
Interesting.
I'll take it.
So big, translucent, weird, like shiny bubble type thing appears.
Okay.
I manifest it. And I'm just like, if we are going to be fighting this thing, we are now a little more prepared.
Don't shoot it.
He will cast, or not cast, it's not a spell. He will use an ability called webbing. And a 30-foot cube
Cube.
around you is now covered in webbing. And I imagine it can't stick to the globe, but if the globe stops working, you guys will be have to make a save or be restrained.
Hmm.
And Miska will say, if this is how you want to do this, we can do it the hard way. You merely give me the rod, I will let you leave, and I promise from deep down in my evil demon heart that I will not attack the prime material plane or the Windukes of Blaka
Oh, damn.
Shit.
for 6,000 or 7,000 years.
Oh, well, that sounds somewhat reasonable.
All right, Lagwin, listen carefully.
Yeah.
Tell him that when it comes to the rod, it always has to be hard.
What did she say? What did she say?
She said when
You
it
tell me
comes
right now, elf boy.
She says when it comes to the rod, it always has to be hard.
I was hoping
And
you
it's
wouldn't
on.
repeat it.
It's on like Donkey Kong.
And I'll be
And
like,
with
well,
15 seconds left on Globe of Invulnerability.
Nay, don't say that.
Is it a minute? Is it a minute long? Is that what it was?
It's a minute long,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Mhm.
All right. We will pick up a giant fight next week, as I have to read all of the rules on Globe of Invulnerability and what have you. But we will have the epic finale probably to our show, and maybe a little, if we have enough time, like a post-mortem, and we can kind of talk about the adventure and stuff like that. It'll be fun.
Yeah.
So thank you guys so much for joining
Thank
us.
you so much.
And meeting Miska, the terrible wolf spider that he is. This was good.
Thank you for the
my
subs. You guys
God.
are super
So
generous
many
tonight.
subs.
Sneeze.
So
Wow.
great. Thank you.
I will definitely start casting Leoman's Tiny Hut while this is up. Takes 11 minutes. We'll just keep ourselves in domes of protection persistently.
More domes. I'm gonna cast Wall of Force next.
This-
You guys are just gonna hide behind all your spells until
We're just
And
gonna.
then we'll take the key and just like.
We'll just be like deuces.
you need a door.
Oh, that's true.
Oh.
Yeah.
Damn, I didn't think of that. Well, it's all ruined.
Wait, does pass wall make a door or just a hole?
Cool.
These are all questions we will ask ourselves during the week. But before that, let's go around and talk to Lex. What are you working on? What's going on?
Oh gosh, hey, I'm Lex. You can find me at Dank Dungeons on Twitter, and I do all sorts of different things. I got a link tree up there. You can get links to all of them. Most recently, I've put out an album/zine, which keeps getting good reviews. Go check it out. People seem to like it. And most recently, I have started doing like a short form video series on the game Fighting Fantasy from 1989. I don't know why I'm doing this. I think I want to like make a hack of it or something, but who knows when that'll happen. Listen, I don't know. That's me.
Your videos are fun, and that coupled with a local friend of mine who decided to make a steampunk RPG because he was
Ooh.
like, I don't see a lot of steampunk RPGs, and so he just like sat down one day and started writing it, and it's really cool.
Nice.
Re-inspired me to make my hack of the open D6 system that I was working on a couple months ago. So I was working on that today, and I was having fun, and I'm like, I think after tonight's game, I'm gonna sit at my table with some D6s and roll them and see if this works. And I was all nerdy and excited. So watch his videos; they're very cool. They're both on Twitter and on YouTube. Fun times. Brenna, besides like crazy Black Friday deals, what's going on?
I'm Brenna. You can find me on Twitter at Brenna Noonan. I'm on TikTok now, so you can follow me on TikTok at Brenna Games. I have a company called Quillsilver Studio that helps people create tabletop games. So like if you're a game creator and you don't know how to get like art or production or crowdfunding, we can help you do that. So check us out at quillsilver.com.
Excellent. Miss LB Hackemup, what's going on?
Hi, I'm LB Hackemup, and I'm gonna follow Brenna on TikTok. I only have one video on TikToks, and I don't know, maybe I'll make more. But you can follow me at LB Hackemup on the Twitters and the Twitches. I'm probably not gonna be streaming tomorrow, but I will be on G Game Nights on Sunday afternoon. Indoor Adventures on Sunday night and Monday. We are doing our finale of the Tomb of Annihilation. So lots of finales.
Serac.
Oh my god.
Ooh, your boy.
Dude, that big old baby thing.
After Pal is something, man.
Such a cool fight.
Check
It
my
is.
Twitter for all my stuff.
That is awesome. My name is Jordan with a silent peach in the middle, and I'm looking over here because I have a thing. So, oh, that's the wrong tweet. Which tweet did I want? Damn it.
Go
Damn
on.
it. Damn it. Okay. So, I was asked, so there's a really fun Twitch show, D&D 5e, and they're playing Spelljammer. They're using the Spelljammer rules, and I've been making a bunch of videos on Spelljammer, and they contacted me and they were just like, hey, we love your videos, we love Spelljammer, do you want to be a guest? So I'm going to be a guest on Better Than Heroes on December 7th, which is a Monday. And I've got a Gith warlock that I rolled up, and I'm really
Ooh.
excited, and they seem like really fun people. And there's another Jordan on the show.
No
and
way.
so he jokingly was just like, well, we're going to have to battle on top of Name Mountain for like supremacy of the Jordans. And I'm like working that into my character somehow. I don't know, but it's really funny. So catch me there on twitch.tv/betterthanheroes on December 7th. And I'll be tweeting about it. So follow me on Twitter at Jordan with a PH for all of the stuff about that. But I thought that was really cool. I'm also have been working on some homebrew stuff and a campaign setting that I want to build. And I've been putting some of that info on my Patreon. So if you're interested in things that I've been tinkering with, homebrew and whatnot, I would encourage you to follow me there. And this podcast is also on there. And any other future interesting podcasts that I work on will be there. So if you enjoy the show and want to listen to it in podcast form, you can. I really think next episode is going to be our last one. It's kind of sad, kind of interesting. We'll have to see if maybe we'll take a break, and then in 2021 we'll see if we want to get together and play keep playing the same characters or something. It'll be fun, but we'll figure it out. Last but not least, and I make YouTube videos. You should watch them.
He does.
No, I'll accept the compliment. Go ahead.
I was gonna say he makes YouTube videos. He does.
Oh, that's
the main.
That's a fact. Okay, so
they're good. You should watch them.
They're okay.
They're all right. Yeah.
But last but not least, Mr. Ted from Nerd Immersion is hosting us here on his channel, which is awesome, and we have a lot of fun. Take us out, Ted. Tell us what's going on with your life.
Sure. So yeah, my name is Ted. I run Nerd Immersion, this channel, as well as a YouTube channel. If you love Tasha's Cauldron of Everything, oh boy, do I have so many videos for you, and many more to come. It was nice. I made a top 10 video yesterday, and it wasn't tied to Tasha's Cauldron of Everything. It was so refreshing. It's just like, look at creative and original things, not coverage. But I enjoy doing that. So we have almost all of the subclasses covered in Tasha's Cauldron of Everything. More of that coming soon. I have a giveaway going on right now to win a copy or multiple copies of Tasha's Cauldron of Everything. But that's what I do. I make YouTube videos about Dungeons and Dragons pretty much daily. I stream here on Twitch every Tuesday night. Last night we did our Evil campaign. We stream this on Wednesdays, possibly only till next week, depending on where we land with this. And due to an overabundance of people wanting me to stream another game, which I wasn't planning on doing, but I started Monday. I ran the first sort of session 0 and intro session for my wife and her friends, 2 of which are completely new to Dungeons and Dragons. And they had a lot of fun playing, and people seem to really like the weird party composition of a kobold, a changeling, an elf, and a half-elf, and we've got all sorts of weird combinations of classes.
What's the rest of the joke?
Well, stay tuned, Nerd Immersion, on future Monday nights to find out live, potentially. Again, some of them are brand new, so I don't know if they're going to want to stream their first time playing Dungeons and Dragons, but they seem super into it, and they are way too into, well, not way, but they're very much into their backstories, but don't understand that, like, things play out, and they're like, well, what if it was this? And then, like, we went down a rabbit hole for 2 hours on a backstory that they just threw out. It was really weird. But anyway, it should prove to be interesting, so we may stream that. But yeah, I hope everybody, at least if you're here in America, have a happy Thanksgiving, safe Thanksgiving as well. Black Friday, if you're gonna go out, which everything's online, don't go out. It's all the deals are live right now. But anyway, stay safe. We'll see you guys next week for what will be the 32nd episode of this show, and probably the last. Unless
maybe,
we just
if people want us to do another show, tweet us or something.
Yeah, let us know. This will be up on YouTube before next week.
Petition.org thing.
Yeah, change.org. It'll be great. Go ahead and get a petition. Should we take these characters to another campaign? Super high level with all these cool abilities. Siren keeps getting possessed by demons. It'll be great. Anyway, we will see you all. Oh wait, let's raid. I saw it, LB. I saw it. We're gonna go raid my friends, the Venture Maidens, because they're the only ones that I have list that's live. So I'm clicking start raid right now.
Woo, bye.
And we will see you guys next week.
Thanks, everyone.